Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the rumpled one. Tuesday, April the 9th, the year 2019. Let's talk trading. Horizontal lines in the rat zone. But before we dive into that, just need to clear a few things up. If you donate, you get the indicators for that year. So if you donate for 2019, you'll get all the indicators for that I make in the year 2019. But if you donated in 2017 or 2018 or even before then, you don't get the 2019 indicators unless you donate again. That's how it works. I just have to clear that misunderstanding up. Um, and let's see. There was something else. Oh, yeah. And if you have a problem loading something, you need to send me a chart. And what you need to do is right click and then click Save as Picture. Okay. And then click on Active Chart as is, and then click OK. And then that'll save the picture. Then you can attach that or embed that in the email or post. That way I can see exactly what you see, and it helps me figure out what's wrong. Lots of times there might be a broker that has a addition like EUR USD I or dot pro or something, and if you fail to load that addition into the dashboard, for example, the dashboard's not going to function. And also, if you don't load all the indicators, there's a good possibility something's not going to work right because the dashboard might call a different indicator. And so things like that can happen. So you have to make sure you install things properly for them to work. And sometimes, though, some of the dashboards I sent out use the test indicator for the dashboard, and it was calling it. So if it doesn't work, that's probably the reason why. And just let me know, and I can send you the same template that doesn't use the test indicator. So I think that's pretty much all the housekeeping items, other than, let's see. Oh yeah, come down here and click subscribe and click the bell. And I guess about the only other thing is, if you're wondering how to get a hold of me via email or on Facebook, it's been right there the whole time. Okay, horizontal lines in the rat zone. And before you enter a rat zone trade or any trade, money and risk management must be in place. Real quickly here on the weekly chart, you can see all the gaps filled if you're just tuning in. And we went into the upper wick zone here on the pound dollar. And the reason it's pound dollar here is because that's how I developed the rat zone. But we can switch back to the euro yen. But the same thing happened. Into the upper wick zone, out of the upper wick zone, back in and out through the bottom, touching the midpoint and bouncing. It's real interesting how that midpoint line can really be a stronghold for buyers or sellers, whoever's getting pushed against. Okay, right into the rat zone. Here we've got a Larry live trade situation about to happen. When this candle closes, this green candle, you'd want to go long. And you can see here, we put in the high here, we put in the low here, and then we got the separation between the zones. Still only 45 pip range, but you can see here, green rat reversal. Red candle closes, green candle closes, and you go high at the green candle. Top of the green candle would have been good for a few pips, then it reversed, and now we're having the ability to do it a second time. So just remember, the rat zone is, the green rat zone is from the daily low up 20 pips, and from the daily high down 20 pips. That's the rat zone. So you want to do a trade inside the rat zone to take advantage of the statistics that the wick at the end of the day is going to be greater than 20. And let's see. Let's show that here. Blank chart. Okay, where do we have that one? High minus top, bottom minus low. Those are the wicks. And so, how many times is it greater than 20 on the euro yen? We've got 52%, 58%. Now, you might say, well, why don't you do 10 pips? Well, the reason is I was looking at the wick size, once again, of the pound dollar, and I just kind of stuck with 20. Reason being is 10 pips, if you get within that high of 10, within 10 pips here of the high, let's see, right here, where's 10? So if that's 36, we came down to 26. You can see here, if you exit there, it's on this particular day, you see how choppy the price is around that 10 pip zone. And you can also see how you didn't even really get a rat reversal trade in there. You could have just jumped in, but jumping in within 10 pips, you see, it just seems like that's just not enough separation between the current low and the current high. You can try it. You know, you could try 15. I just like 20. So any trade within here, usually it works out better. Sometimes if price will move, hit the daily low and jump back 2 pips, that's usually a spread. Sometimes I might even take a small trade there and just take my chances, especially, you know, if I'm using the 3-level ZZ and I see a 3-ball get put in. But you can pretty much guess that that was a 3-ball right there. So it's, you know, the rat trade is really simple. In fact, I was reading one of those, I guess it's a blog or newsletter, had nothing to do with trading, but the guy was quoting Emerson, and he was talking about, Emerson was saying about how you have to prune, in other words, get rid of. And so you prune a rose or you prune a tree back to just a couple of really strong branches, and then the tree really grows. So it's kind of like pruning a chart. You see, this rat zone here. I mean, we've got the rat zone indicator that does most of this. The HL5 I just have for the previous day's high and low. So you kind of know what you're going on. The tag was just down there. The magnified market price, candle color indicator, you know, B clock, the template name. Oh, and one other indicator, the dollar TRO time that's in the TRO build 1000 zip file, or you can find it in the mother load. It'll have the bar time, the server time, the local time, and bar ends. Because there was one trader kept saying he set it to 9 o'clock, but it was showing 2 o'clock or something. I go, well, you're setting it to your local time. You've got to set it to your server time, because that's how the indicator, you know, it works off of server time. So, you know, you can see here, it's 1945, okay? But my time, it's 1040. I see right here. Actually, what is the time here? See, it's the time is 2030. That's the bar time. Right there, 2030. Let's see, server time, local time, 10 hours difference. So make sure any of the time-based indicators, you are looking at the bar time or server time and not your local time. Because if I were to say put a start at 10 o'clock, it would be back here. It wouldn't be here. Just something else for you to know. And let's see, looking at the daily, once again, the range 45, only what? 100 or better. Obviously not much going on in the markets today, but you can see on the daily, price tested the high of previous day in that wick zone, came back out of the wick zone, went to the lower wick zone, and then it's right at the edge right there, right now. You can see here on the tick chart, just not much happening. It's just really slow going. And once again, I just opened the chart, so no trade signaled from the Einstein relative to when I opened. We're still in that zone. Okay, once again, looking at the range here, we've got a good chance that this range should get bigger than 50. Good chance based on statistics. If not, this is pretty much would be an anomaly. And you can see here there was an inside bar right there. So if you draw that line for you inside bar traders, price came down inside it. So be ready. Possibly tomorrow. Actually, today might even be an inside bar day. We've got a high of 61, and yesterday's high is 61. So this could be considered an inside bar. And once again, looking at these wicks, the bottom of the candle minus the low, top of the candle, or the high minus the top of the candle. You can see here you got better than Vegas odds. And sometimes you may get a rat reversal trade within 10 pips. So once again, the rat zone is between 0, the low, and 20 would be the bottom of the candle. And that would be the green rat zone. So yeah, the closer you get to that low, timing your entry, you have a much better chance of exiting that trade by the end of the day with profit. Just one thing to note is that as it's putting in, so you had a bottom here, it came back and it put in a new bottom. So you have to be real careful and wait for the rat reversal signal or wait for a turn trade. I mean, it's real simple. If a green bar follows a red bar off a bottom, that's a possible turn. And remember, all quote-unquote trends or moves from the bottom, you will always have a red candle followed by a green or a bear candle followed by a bull. And, you can see it here. I mean, there will not be, put in a bottom, you had a turn. Put in a top, you had a turn. Right here, put in a top, bull candle, bear candle, reversal. It can't do anything other than that. You can even look at, we can go out to a monthly time frame. Once again, see here, all the moves are going to have this as a start. So when you're doing your day trading, that's just something to be aware of, especially if you'll be aware of what it's doing on a daily basis, and then you can get down with the intraday. So that's it on the rat. If you have any questions, feel free to post them. I prefer them to be posted out in the public forums than via email, because if we do it via email, then it's just me and you. But it's like, we want to benefit everybody. And just remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks like a rat.